The deepest secrets of life are often taught by the simplest people. This is the story of a quiet old potter and a restless young man, a story that reveals one of life's greatest lessons through nothing more than a clay pot. On the banks of the sacred Ganga River stood a beautiful little village called Gyanpur. The village was small, but its people were kind-hearted, hardworking, and deeply connected to one another. At the far end of the village, beneath the shade of an ancient peepal tree, lived an old potter named Dayaram. Dayaram was nearly 70 years old. His hands possessed a rare gift. The moment they touched clay, it seemed as if life itself flowed into it. The pots, toys, and earthen vessels he created were admired throughout the village. People often said that anything made by Dayaram carried a strange sense of peace and coolness. But his greatest gift was not his craftsmanship. It was the way he lived. No matter what happened, Dayaram remained calm. He never complained about life. He never blamed anyone for his circumstances. And somehow, he always seemed content. In the same village lived a young man named Vishal. Vishal was ambitious and hardworking, but he was never at peace. He constantly felt that something was missing from his life. He wanted success. He wanted wealth. He wanted more. Yet he didn't even know what more truly meant. One day, Vishal arrived at Dayaram's hut, looking deeply troubled. "Baba," he said, his voice heavy with frustration. "Life feels so difficult. I work hard every day. I travel to the city, struggle, and give my best. Yet I never feel satisfied. Some people seem to have everything, while others have nothing. What is the secret of life? Please teach me something that can truly change my life." Dayaram listened quietly. At that moment, he was shaping a large clay pot on his wheel. After a long silence, he looked into Vishal's eyes and smiled. "Vishal," he said gently, "I will teach you the greatest lesson of life. But first, you must do a small task for me." Vishal immediately agreed. Dayaram pointed toward the other side of the river. "Across the river, beyond the grove of trees, you will find a special kind of red clay. Bring some back for me. But remember, bring only the clay that feels best to you." Excited by the task, Vishal took a small boat and crossed the river. For hours he searched. Finally, he found a patch of beautiful red clay. It was smooth, rich, and perfect. Certain that he had found the finest clay possible, he filled his basket and returned to the village. Dayaram examined the clay carefully and nodded with satisfaction. "This is excellent clay, Vishal," he said. Then he added, "Now for the second task." "What is it, Baba?" Vishal asked eagerly. "Use this clay to create the most beautiful pot you can. Put all your effort, skill, and heart into it. When it is finished and dry, place it in the center of the village square, where everyone can see it." Vishal did exactly as instructed. He worked with complete dedication. Every curve was carefully shaped. Every detail reflected his best effort. When the pot was finally complete, it was truly magnificent. Proud of his creation, he placed it on a high platform in the village square. Then he stepped aside and waited. Not long afterward, a drunk man wandered through the square. He looked at the pot and saw nothing special in it. To him, it was just an empty object. Without thinking, he picked up a stone and hurled it at the pot. Crash! The beautiful pot shattered into pieces. Vishal, who had been watching from a distance, felt anger surge through his entire body. His heart sank. His hard work destroyed in a single moment. "Baba," he shouted, "all my effort is gone. That foolish drunk destroyed everything. Why did you ask me to do this?" Dayaram remained calm. There was not the slightest trace of anger on his face. Instead, he smiled softly. "Vishal," he said, "that was the lesson. Vishal stared at him in confusion. What lesson? Dayaram looked at him with compassion and replied, You searched for the finest clay. You created the most beautiful pot you could, but its true value was revealed only when it faced a blow. Life is exactly the same. Dayaram looked at Vishal and said softly, You searched for the finest clay and created a beautiful pot, but its true test came when it faced a stone. When the pot broke, what came out of you? Vishal lowered his head. Anger, disappointment. Dayaram nodded. The stone did not create those emotions, Vishal. It only revealed what was already inside. He looked toward the peaceful river and continued. Life will always throw stones at you. Failures, insults, disappointments, and hardships. You cannot control them. But you can control how you respond. Do you break like the pot or remain calm and strong? True success is not wealth, status, or possessions. True success is protecting your inner peace. When life becomes difficult, Vishal listened silently. For the first time, he understood. He had spent years searching for peace in the outside world, while it had always existed within him. From that day forward, he continued to work hard and chase his dreams, but he no longer allowed every challenge to steal his happiness. Because he had learned life's greatest secret: guard your inner peace, make it your strength, and when your mind remains calm, no storm can truly break you.